Alright, got a battle against Tubes Gubz, the man that is the man of manniness. God damn. Yeah, he made a 5th gen team because he wanted to, I didn't want to play 5th gen, but he wanted to battle, so he was like, hey, I made a 5th gen team, and I was like, hey, do you want to battle? And he was like, hey, okay, and I was like, hey, cool. So we did. I got my try-hard team because he said his team hadn't lost yet. And I was like, I'd take that as a challenge, but I don't want to get raped like I have done the last couple of days, so let's just go do this. Now, this is being recorded after the 108.5, so, yeah. There is a rant. This is going to be a 0.75, just so I can put that in perspective for you. Anyway, I lead off with Mienshao, he leads off with a roserade, and by the way, this is a really good battle, really good. Like, this prediction, I played well, I mean, it's like, Jesus, it's cool. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, yeah, he switches and goes into a Vaporeon. I assume Sash lead off, so I guess he just wanted to save it. I just wanted to break the Sash U-turn. He's going to go into Vaporeon, and I'm going to go into Pharaoh, because I figured there's nothing it can really do to me, apart from Raw, unless it has hidden power fire, in which case, shit. Yeah, so, my main plan is think, right, I have a 3-turn Stealth Rocks, let's go. That's what you're supposed to do in these situations, so, yeah, Stealth Rocks. Dandy! And looking at this Heatran, I have seen Hidden Power Ice ones before, but I know he isn't going to go straight for a Hidden Power Ice. So I'm thinking, alright, I can go into Dragonite, see what he does. If he goes Fire Blast, then I'll be a bit, he looks offensive, and then I'll just go into Politoed and I'll sit there and be a prick. But he goes Stealth Rocks, I have my Multiscale, I'm no longer afraid of Hidden Power Ice in any shape or form. And now it's kind of a prediction game, because he doesn't know if I'm going to Dragon Claw or predicting the Switch or EQ, but I just go EQ, because I don't want to fuck around. I hate Heatran, it needs to piss off and die. I want another Fire Steel type, I don't like this Gimp. But yeah, IQ, it dies, sweet, that's fantastic. I think, I don't know if he was expecting me to overpredict, because I do quite a lot. But I literally, for the first few turns, I just wanted to make the safest plays I possibly could. Sometimes that comes back to bite you in the arse, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. Either way, I'm sitting here with my Dragonite, and I'm just going to go Dragon Claw, because I don't know what this Vaporeon's going to do. And he's just going to go Wish, which, fair enough, it's a Vaporeon. He isn't running Toxic on it, though. And it's not dick-headed. It actually dies. It's amazing. Anyway, I Dragon Claw again, he Ice Beams me. I'm not entirely sure why I stayed in. I was just kind of knobbing about, there wasn't really much to do, I kind of wanted to see how much Dragonite would take. And looking at that HP, I was really worried that when I roosted, I'd get to like 322 and die. Because that'd just be my luck, wouldn't it? Sod's Law. But fortunately I do go back to 323, so I am now at max HP, set up another Wish. I'm not getting anywhere here, this is fucking pointless, so... I do know Pharaoh can wall it, Politoed can wall it, but I think Magnezone's going to scare it out the best, and I have so much special bulk and analytic that a Thunder, well, I'm at least going to 2-hit KO with Thunder. But that said, I hadn't set up Brain yet, so that was a bit of a silly thought process, wasn't it? Oh well. There's not much it can do to me. It'd break his sob, but oh well. Either way, he's going to go into his Roserade, and I'm going to sob. And I'm going to get lefties, and he doesn't. And I'm like, so it wasn't Sash lead. But he's going to go for a Hidden Power, I'm assuming Fire, and he's going to get crit, break the sub, no worries. And I'm going to go for my Analytic Hidden Power Fire. Now, it was kind of a toss-up. I think Hidden Power Fire has like 5 base power higher than Stab Flash Cannon, so I think that was the safer bet. But it doesn't kill, it just barely misses out, which is why I hate Hidden Power Fire, because it's shit. But I am going to switch out, I'm going to go into Mienshao, because I'm going to take whatever he wants to go for, and then he Hidden Power Fires me, and holy crap. Not very convincing, Mienshao, but thankfully I have Regenerator, and I just sort of keep slowly getting all my health back, which, it's good. Mienshao's coming good again, it failed to kill that Gliscor ages ago, but now it's really starting to shine for a bit. Anyway, I'm going to go into Politoed, because Brain, and yeah, seems like a good idea to me, why not? And I can kind of gauge what he's going to do. If he goes into Chomp, that's a bit of a worry, but I can kind of elbow my way around that, so... We'll see how we go. But, I just sort of getting the rain up, sort of extending my options a bit, making sure that Magnazone's going to hit all of his funders, powering up gear a bit more, that kind of thing, you know? So it's not that bad, and hopefully if the Vaporeon comes back in, but it doesn't, it's Terrakion, I'm like, what do I want to sack? And unfortunately it kind of comes down to Magnazone, because once again, I believe it comes down to Magnazone. I was kind of thinking, if he wants to Stone Edge predicting the Dragonite or Gyarados, then Magnazone will be fine, but I don't want to waste Ferrothorn just yet. So I'm going to go into Magnazone. I know the Vaporeon is there, but if I land a Toxic on it, and, you know, I feel pretty confident I can kill it. I mean, I've seen Scald, Ice Beam, and Wish, and I'm pretty sure I saw Protect in there, so I know it's set, and I know Ferro can wall it for days. Politoed can wall it for days. So I'm going to go to my Mienshao, try and threaten him out. I'm not entirely sure what kind of set it is. I was kind of thinking Scarfed, but then there's the Chomp, which I haven't seen yet. But he's going to go into Vaporeon. I'll hit Jump Kick, and it does a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. Oh no, wait, I hadn't seen Protect. This is where I see Protect. I really should have seen that coming, but just in case he felt like over-predicting, I don't know. But I hit Jump Kick, and it nearly kills me. But thankfully, once again, Regenerator. That's why Mienshao is very good Scarf Poke, because you just regenerate all your health back as you keep U-turning over and over and over. Oh well, but yeah, I'm just going to switch out, because I don't want none of that shit, and I'm going to go into Politoed, because I doubt he'd see the Toxic coming, although I don't really know what else Politoed does, to be honest. Anyone, no, I don't think many people use a Rest Talk in set, because maybe the fact that Politoed got Sleep Talk and the Black-White 2 move tutors kind of went over their heads a bit. Or maybe they think Politoed has inferior bulk. I don't know, but whatever it is, they're fucking stupid, because Rest Talk Politoed is amazing. It gets walled by a lot of things, but it's so freaking chunky. Anyway, I go Scald just in case he wanted to switch. He's going to get a Wish off or he's got the Wish off anyway. So, in essence, he's going to get all of his health back regardless of what I do. So, I figured, fuck it, sit in there, Scald, scout a bit. Don't know, if he switches, he switches, if he doesn't, whatever. And now here we have a bit of a stall period where I'm just going to let Toxic rack up on him. I'm not entirely sure why he sat there, Tubez, I don't really quite know why he did that. I guess he didn't want to get any of his guys Toxic or Scalded, but his Vaporeon, it was 2-hit KO by Mienshao, but Mienshao is frail as piss, so if he brought it into Mienshao at full health, I reckon he tank one and then maybe kill with Scald, especially at the HP Mienshao's at. So I would have tried to keep it around a bit more, I don't know. Either way, I'm just gonna, nothing's been accomplished here apart from he's taking more and more Toxic damage. So I'm just gonna put my cards on the table, rest up, he's gonna put a Wish in the air. And then here, again, slightly more questionable, because he's gonna switch out into a Garchomp. I don't go Sleep Talk, because if we're going to be playing that game, I'd rather save PP, because I'll win in a PP still will. But he's going to go into his Garchomp, and, shit. Yeah, this is interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Dragonite, purely on the basis that I want to see what it does. If it just goes straight for Outrage, I go into Pharaoh and be like, lol, you ain't doing nothing. But if he goes SD, then what I actually get is a handy little normal gem extreme speed on it. And now that I've seen its SD, I know that Mienshao will outspeed, and after a normal gem extreme speed, it's going to kill with a HP Ice. I don't think it would kill at max HP. Garchomp is literally that bulky. It has so much HP, the awesome poke that it is. I never really used to like Garchomp until I used Xavier, and then I was like, oh, he's amazing. Oh, SD bulky Haban. No, you don't know what you're missing out on, guys. It's awesome. It's awesome. Anyway, I just go for my extreme speed. I believe I do a little under half, which, I don't know. This Dragonite's kind of good and kind of bad, because the extreme speed really helps, just for a cheeky clutch extreme speed. It's not bad. And it kind of helps, and Roost gets rid of, stops the Stealth Rocks really crapping on the multi-scale, but sometimes it just doesn't do what you want it to do. It doesn't do enough damage. Anyway, because he's locked in at outrage, yeah, me and shell, boom, done. And at that point, I literally just thought in my head, yeah, that's game. You know, he's got the Terrakion, but I can kind of beat that out a bit. And in my mind, I think it's scarfed. I don't know why, I just randomly assume it's scarfed, just kind of looking at his team. Because, you know, the chomp wasn't scarfed, and I figured he'd want a scarfer in there somewhere. So unless his roserade was scarfed, then I just immediately put the piece together that this was scarfed. But I go into my Politoed, and he close combats and one-shots me. Now, I've been hit by scarfed Terrakions before, and it was a 2-hit KO on Politoed. So I don't know why I didn't put the pieces together, because he says later he's banded. But I go into Gyarados now, because he's -1, -1, -1, and this is like the perfect setup for Gyarados. Terrakion does not want to be anywhere near my Gyarados right now, and Gyarados is like, oh yeah, time to have me some field day. So he's going to go into Vaporeon. I'm not worried. I'm going to use this as setup fodder. Now what I'd usually do is go for a taunt straight off the bat, but I kind of know for a fact that Wish protecting is not in his best interest right now, because I can just set up all over it. So I figure he's going to go for a Scald, therefore taunt is completely friggin' useless, and I'm kind of hoping in the back of my mind, no burn. Like, really, really no burn. So I DD again, and I get up to +2, and he's going to Scald. I'm going to get the burn. And I was like, no. See, that Hax Goddess really hates Gyarados now for calling her a slag. So, he's in the bad books, but, you know, whatever. And, now I'm kind of fucked a bit. Here, I make a little bit of a misplay. Well, I don't know if it was a misplay or not. But I go taunt, because I knew the Wish was coming. Because, you know, I'm burned now, and I need to DD again to get to +3, which means that I negate the burn with the +2, so I'm effectively at +1 attack and +3 speed, and I kind of need that. I only originally wanted +2 speed so that I could just, because in my head the Terrakion is still scarfed, so I wanted the +2 speed to make sure I got that out of the way, but now that it's, had I known it was banded, or had I made that assumption, made that risk, I probably would have been a lot better off, because I DD on the switch to Vaporeon, I Stone Edge kill that, I have more than enough HP to live this Zam Psychic until I KO it, and then I kill the Terrakion for game, but now it's a bit more dicey. So I'm going to go Waterfall, and I'm easily going to bring the Zam down to its sash, yeah. And he's going to Psychic. Now, as he made the point, the burn did a lot of residual damage, which meant that the Zam was brought into a really convincing kill range, but I don't know, I have a lot of bulk invested in my Gyarados, and I have nearly no attack whatsoever, so it would have been interesting. I don't know if I would have lived it or not, because Zam is a fucking powerful-ass mofo over there. That crazy spoon-wielding motherfucker. But, Bien Xiao's here now, so Bien Xiao, U-turn, I hate the Volt turning thing, but Scarf Bien Xiao's really good, because, you turn out, you get more HP back. You sit in there, you freaking stab high jump kick. Now I'm going to go to Pharaoh, because in my head, again, it's still scarfed, and I know that max defense Impish Pharaoh is going to live a bloody scarf close combat, but he says, no, it's banded, because banded is OP as shit, and I was like, Pharaoh won't live that. No, bye, Pharaoh. So we were in the chat, it's like, oh, that's good game, man, that was really good fun, it was awesome, and we're both like, yeah, it comes down to this, will Bien Xiao hit a high jump kick? And I'm thinking, well, he did miss one in the last match I played, so I go to Bien Xiao, I'll clear cut jump kick, and I'll miss. Yeah, I miss. I played really well, I had the game in the bag, despite a misplay, expecting him to be scarf not banded, and Bien Xiao just like, win? No, fuck you. Anyway, that's a good game, tubes. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.